set to the beat of Rage Against the Machine's Wake Up, known from the ending scene of The Matrix.
Typically, I would say the average show that we put on is about 350 hours of work to program.
The annual holiday light... of a local shelter. Tom says...
This is a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an emergency, this system would bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
So Tom leaves the wires up on his house year-round, so he's not starting from scratch every season. And yes, I asked about the electricity bill. He says because he uses LED lights, he's only spending about $3 per night to run the show.
Doing very well. One company I really like, it's one
This is a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an emergency, this system would bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
Fuel. CNBC reporting the UK is short an estimated one.
Good. Keep that twist. As you exhale, bend your left.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an emergency, this system would bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
Tamron Hall, weekday mornings at 9 on the CW 35.
This is a required monthly test of the Texas Emergency Alert System. In the event of an emergency, this system would broadcast news and official information. This test is now concluded.
Biggest U.S. lottery jackpot ever. California Lottery says the ticket was purchased.
With a look at the forecast. Good morning, Erica.
Good morning, David. Well, as of now, things are still a little quiet.
This is a coordinated monthly test of the broadcast stations in our area. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency such as flash flood, fire, or tornado, official messages would have followed this alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Nice and sunny. As we go through the morning, we'll continue to cool just a couple more degrees.
WOAI Roofing. Call us today for a free estimate.
This is a coordinated monthly test of the broadcast stations in our area. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency such as flash flood, fire, or tornado, official messages would have followed this alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
You know, something that I wanted to be a part of. So anyway, that's how the idea is.
This is a test of the Oklahoma Emergency Alert System. This message originated from the State Emergency Operations Center. In the event of an emergency, this system will bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
There he is. My favorite show on earth was Saturday Night Live. I was raised and next to that TV watching Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, the world's about to see it, man.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask, Dave, obviously we can see today, we actually have someone who dresses like you on the show named Mike Scollins. He's a writer. He has far less impressive arms, but he is looking to get his first tattoo. Dave, what was your first tattoo and did you regret it?
Yeah, it was, so my first tattoo, you know, it was when I was really young and I didn't want anybody to see it. I especially didn't want my dad to see it. I didn't want to get in trouble for getting a tattoo. I was pretty young. And so, yeah, it was on my ass. I got my tattoo on my ass and it was really bad. It was just cheesy. And I got it from this old redneck in Arlington, Virginia. And I told him where I wanted it. And right, he like shaved my butt. And then he's in a little rolling chair and he rolls up to my face and he goes, "Incoming!" Ow.
Now, Mr. Kruger. Sir, Merry Christmas. Not if you could see our books. What is this? The Human Fund. Whatever. Exactly. Merry Christmas.
And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
And is there a tree?
No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
Frank, this new holiday of yours is scratching me right where I itch.
Let's do it then.
All right.
Festivus is back! I'll get the pole out of the crawl's face.
Hello, Frank.
Hello, woman.
Kramer, any word from the vest?
No. Listen, Harry, I need the 23rd off.
Hey, I hired you to work during the holidays. This is the holidays.
But it's Festivus.
What?
You know you're infringing on my right to celebrate new holidays.
That's not a right.
Well, it's going to be, because I'm going back on strike. Yeah, it's a walkout!
No, I gotta stay here and wait for the call.
You're siding with management?
No, I'm just...
Scab! Scab! Scab!
Hey.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Were you expecting someone else?
You never know.
You know, you might want to take the tunnel.
So, what do you feel like eating, Chinese or Italian?
Up-close vision. You could even wear them over your contact.
This is a test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System. This is only a test. Broadcasters, in cooperation with local, state, and federal authorities, have developed this system to provide the public with important information should the need arise. This concludes the monthly test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System.
Power corrections. It's a 0.5, a 1.0, a 2.5, and so on.
But how are you supposed to know what's the right correction for you?
And if you guess too strong or too weak, you could get eye strain or headaches.
Well, today we're going to take the guesswork out of reading glasses. Hi, I'm Brian Hyder.
And I'm Forbes Riley, and we're going to introduce you.
This is a test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System. This is only a test. Broadcasters, in cooperation with local, state, and federal authorities, have developed this system to provide the public with important information should the need arise. This concludes the monthly test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System.
I don't even know why I'm talking about this.
Why are you talking about it? Because it might help.
What do I even gain from this? Nothing. What?
Today at the hospital, you reach out
This is a test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System. This is only a test.
Help out someone.
Broadcasters, in cooperation with local, state, and federal authorities, have developed this system to provide the public with important information should the need arise. This concludes the monthly test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System. This is a test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System. This is only a test. Broadcasters, in cooperation with local, state, and federal authorities, have developed this system to provide the public with important information should the need arise. This concludes the monthly test of the North Carolina Emergency Alert System.
For every moment, for every memory.
Ahead, Janessa.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the temperatures.
This is a statewide test of the Ohio Emergency Alert System, originating from the State Emergency Operations Center in Columbus. This is only a test. The Ohio Emergency Alert System has been designed to provide the public with timely warnings and emergency information. Had this been an actual emergency, you would have received instructions and information related to that emergency over this and other stations in your area. This concludes this test of the Ohio Emergency Alert System.
Try Febreze Fabric Refresher. Febreze's water-based formula deeply penetrates fabrics to eliminate trapped food odors as it dries. Spray Febreze Fabric Refresher when you clean up after meals
And that kind of rings in my mind. What's Edison's first bulb worth?
Yeah.
Martin Acoustic, which sold for $6.2 million. The CBS Overnight News will be right back.
Come here. I got big news. Now Nurtec ODT can not only stop a migraine, it can...
Letting you know first, Chief Meteorologist Deminis Brown in the WIS First Alert Weather Team.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, mix and match. The FDA planning to allow Americans to get a different booster from their original shot. What you need to know before getting that next dose and what it means for the fight against the coronavirus. Remembering Colin Powell, the life and legacy of a trailblazing four-star general. Tributes pouring in for the former Secretary of State amid questions.
And I think it's a critical question, is that, you know, the data show is that mixing, maxing is safe. There was some data that after J&J getting an RNA vaccine, you'll get a higher antibody response. But it's a small study. It's only measuring antibodies, not the T-cell part of the immune response, and it doesn't actually show protection. So I think what the FDA is going to say is they're going to make it easy. You can get a different booster if you want, but we're going to recommend staying with the same brand if you can. And so what that enables you to do, if you go to a pharmacy, you Moderna, you can get a Pfizer booster. If you had J&J, and everyone with J&J is going to need a booster by the end of the week, I think, is that you can get any of the ones you want. And so making that decision really is a personal one. I think they're all going to be beneficial.
Yeah, he called me Kapoor, I'm pretty sure.
He did. Who was the first celebrity that you guys, before you were famous or before you come to Hollywood, saw, like, out in the wild? Now, I'm not talking about, like,
you go first.
A movie
What
set.
did you find in the wild?
I found, my first time in LA, I went to the ArcLight Theater.
That's where I met Yaya.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I saw Keanu Reeves there.
Oh.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, his butt is really small. It was so small and adorable. I was like, wow, Keanu Reeves has a little butt. Magic of Hollywood.
And Salma, how about you?
Oh, I remember one time I was in a restaurant and...
Different names. It's called Bay Laurel or...
The following is a statewide monthly test of the emergency alert system, originating from the Missouri State Highway Patrol in Jefferson City and local broadcasters in your community. This is only a test.
Where the deer and the antelope play.
But it's worth $50.
To who?
To Pizza Hut.
The following is a statewide monthly test of the emergency alert system, originating from the Missouri State Highway Patrol in Jefferson City and coordinated with the local broadcasters in your community. This is only a test.
Is how you move things. Leverage is how you move people. Now, if we were going to Pizza Hut and they didn't take real money and I was starving to death, your gift certificate would give you leverage over me. But alas, this is not the case.
Okay, I guess I'll take $40.
Now you're catching on. But no.
Clouds start to pick up throughout your day and rain moving in around.
For the latest weather information. This NOAA weather radio station is temporarily off the air. Please tune to an alternate weather radio broadcast or visit weather.gov for the latest weather information.
The wind gusts just ahead of that around Thursday around 10 p.m. will continue into your Friday morning.
I'm up. 5 more minutes.
Break me off a piece of that.
This is a coordinated test of the emergency alert system. Note well the radio's warning alarm. If you are participating in today's statewide earthquake drill as part of the West Coast Grade Shakeout exercise, drop, cover, and hold now, and follow your post-earthquake drill procedures. This is only a test. The following tones will conclude this test.
Like any other. Big difference is how you pay it back.
Find out how reverse mortgages really work with AAG's free no-obligation reverse mortgage guide. Eliminate monthly mortgage payments, pay bills, medical costs, and more. Call now and get your free info kit. Call 800-916-4607.
Other more contractors and you too. Medford and Grants Pass.
This is a coordinated test of the emergency alert system. Note well the radio's warning alarm. If you are participating in today's statewide earthquake drill as part of the West Coast Grade Shakeout exercise, drop, cover, and hold now and follow your post-earthquake drill procedures. This is only a test. The following tones will conclude this test.
We love Kenny. Tomorrow, it's Friday, y'all. Jesse James Decker.
Skincare since 1847.
Icy hot.
This is the Maryland Emergency Management Agency with the coordinated test of the emergency alert system. Broadcasters are testing equipment used to warn you during an emergency. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Season 3 is here. Yeah. 25 words or less.
Weekdays at 11 and 11:30.
This is how you imagine your dishwasher, but it may not be as clean as you think. Built-up grease and lime scale could be hiding in your pipes. Try Finish Dishwasher Cleaner. Its dual-action formula hygienically cleans hidden lime scale and grease in your dishwasher. Finish. Clean dishwasher. Clean dishes.
When you're seriously injured, one wrong move, and it can be costly.
I'm TV's Judge Joe Brown, and I can tell you.
Because
All right.
he also complimented.
This is the Maryland Emergency Management Agency with the coordinated test of the emergency alert system. Broadcasters are testing equipment used to warn you during an emergency. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Why that one?
It's Mom's favorite.
What?
So that's what Mom means when she says she's going to shuck an oyster.
Oh, my God.
I want to see this bathroom.
I could go.
Let's go to the Royal.
This is the Maryland Emergency Management Agency with the coordinated test of the emergency alert system. Broadcasters are testing equipment used to warn you during an emergency. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
On the more calm side, if you could even say calm. I mean, really, we are going to get a good dose. update it. I'm going to keep it the same with the heaviest really between 9 and 3 p.m., 9 a.m. that is, and 3 p.m., because the European model still shows those showers ahead of the stronger storms, but it does linger with them a couple later on in the afternoon. So that's just something to keep in mind as we head throughout the day on Thursday. Again, we'll continue to fine-tune it, and even as I get more data in this morning, I'll update that forecast as need be. Temperatures are going to continue to cool off, but in a much bigger way as we head toward the weekend, thanks to that front.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs. CeraVe, developed with dermatologists.
You know when all you can see is this area here? Lines, dark circles. New Revitalift Ice Serum.
Want to work out? Introducing Slim Cycle. New 2-for-1 system that delivers a best workout with a complete upper body sculpting system for a full body workout in one dynamic, comfortable machine. At the gym, you have to go from machine
The civil authorities have issued a required monthly test for all of Florida beginning at 4:50 a.m. and ending at 6:50 a.m. This is a required monthly test of the emergency alert system. Had this been an actual emergency or dangerous situation, official messages and directions would have followed the alert tones. This test is brought to you by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and your local broadcast station or cable provider. This concludes the required monthly test. A required monthly test is in effect for all Florida. Tune to your local TV or radio station.
Slim Cycle is fun. You'll actually want to work out. You'll lose weight. Get fit while watching TV. Talk on the phone. Check email. All in the comfort of your own home.
Finally, I found a fun, full-body workout that I could do in the comfort of my own home.
Stay tuned to hear all about the amazing features you've never seen before.